Hello once again. We are live from the Paris Motor Show here at the Mercedes-Benz stand. Thank you very much for joining us. If you're online, you'll see we've got plenty of people here at the show as well. There's a reason why there seems to be such a crowd, because not only throughout the show is e-mobility and the future technology of cars a huge draw for people, but here at the Mercedes stand, they've really put on a showcase, and we're going to show you a little bit more up close and personal with the car. I've got Alex Hilliger here. Thank you so much for joining us, Alex. To begin with, could you tell people your role and a brief description of what you do?
Hi, so I'm a senior manager with Mercedes-Benz Research and Development in North America, Sunnyvale in the Silicon Valley, actually.
Nice. It's all right for some, isn't it? And we can't go any further without mentioning the beast behind us. It's a beauty. No wonder it is drawing in crowds. Tell us a little bit about it.
It's the Generation EQ. It is basically a show car, but it gives a glimpse to an entire new ecosystem for e-mobility that we want to launch.
Fantastic. Shall we get in? I can't wait. Let's go. Okay, so once we're inside the car, immediately, it's almost quite a unique, well, it's a very unique feeling. It's very different to the cars that we're used to. Can you just talk us through the interface here?
Absolutely. So we completely redesigned it. What you're seeing here is essentially one combined big display. So we don't have, as we have today, two separate ones. And what this allows us to do is essentially have, for example, the map take over the entire space of this nice display. So you don't have your instrument cluster on the left with all these gauges and the technical details, and then the map over here. You can really make use of all this real estate and put the map here.
It's amazing. It's almost like sitting in a smartphone. Now, one thing that I personally always think about, and a lot of people often mention to me, is with the future of technology, with all of these amazing gadgets, it's really dense in information.
Yes.
Is that going to affect the driver or distract the driver, more importantly?
No, we really wanted to clean it up here. So we've been partnering with Here on their next generation map engine. So what they feature is really a very detailed inner city map visualization. So they have all this high detail, and we really want to show people in an inner city drive mode where can they really go. So what you're looking at here is this is really gorgeous. It's their high quality map data, but we're using it very wisely. We're cleaning actually everything up that you don't need while driving, and then we can basically bring in all the details once you want to explore the city. So I'm totally new to Paris. I have no idea where to go in the evening, and I'm probably interested in, okay, where are all the good spots for food? Where can I go shopping? This is usually centered in clusters, and this map gives me a very nice overview, and we've been partnering with Thile on getting this into the show car.
You can give me some tips later on where to go for good food in Paris.
Oh, yes.
Now, something else that I've heard people talking about is the individualization of the interface. Talk me through that, what it actually means.
That's a very good point, because if you look at maps today, for example, and user interfaces, they tend to be very cluttered and full of information. Many people don't need that, especially if you are driving, you want to focus on the road. And what we enable you here to do is really gradually set your how much detail do you want to have, right? So we can have a very reduced, a very silent mode where nothing is really displayed other than what's really essential, like speed, for example. Or you really have all the details displayed, all the little details where you say, okay, I want to figure out what's next to this place, or where should I go for tonight. All of this you can basically, with a simple swipe gesture, enable or disable.
Now, it's obvious that technology is constantly changing, constantly developing and updating. How do you go about that, sort of almost predicting the future and knowing where to go with this technology?
We have actually some really cool people thinking about this all the time. And the fun thing about Silicon Valley is that we partner with our Sindelfing and Sunnyvale design departments and engineering departments on basically coming up with these ideas and bringing them into our vehicles. And we usually introduce some of these ideas with show cars, as today, but then we are working very hard to bring it into production as well.
It's a very cool job. I'm a little bit jealous, a little bit.
Stop by.
Okay, let's round things up. I think having an expert in the car, it's always nice to know what the expert's personal highlights are. So Alex, what would you say are your personal highlights within this car?
So the combination of the Here map together with our really nice ambient light that we have here span actually all around us, I think really turned out beautifully.
It's got a lovely ambiance in here, and that's obviously what you were going for. And very, very quickly, just before we finish, I'm obsessed with these here. Can you talk us through the images? You can't see it here. You might be able to pick up the image there. Can you just talk us through what those images are?
So we actually have in this vehicle 3 nice displays. They're mirror cams, so in the future you will see from the outside that we don't have rear view mirrors anymore. We've replaced these with cameras. We've done this for a couple of show cars already. It's really an interesting idea because it helps you with parking scenarios, really focus on the things that are important. And it actually helps on the exterior as well, basically cleaning this up. The entire interior, as you see, is very clean. Many of the elements that you see today on cars are somewhat gone or turned digitally, and this is what we're showing here.
And I could talk to you all day, Alex. One last question, I promise, and then I'll let you get on. When are we likely to see these sorts of interior in cars?
We are working very hard on making that happen very soon.
It's exciting, isn't it? It's exciting stuff. Alex, thank you so much for giving me your time and giving us an exclusive preview inside this amazing show car that is drawing so much attention here in Paris. You can see the crowds. I'm not surprised. We're going to be back live on Facebook a little bit later today. Make sure you don't miss it. We'll see you then.